Straight ahead on 12 News, 2 school stories that show the best of students.
It's very personal to us here at school.
From a school in Golden Valley where students unite with the color teal, to Champlin Park High School where we meet a student hero. But first, uncertainty over MNsure and the all-out effort to clear any confusion. 12 News starts right now. Whether you're a supporter or a critic of Obamacare, the fact remains all U.S. citizens are required to have health insurance beginning January 1st.
In Minnesota, open enrollment for the state-run insurance marketplace known as MNsure begins Tuesday. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more on that. Delane?
Yeah, Mike and Alex, MNsure bills itself as a one-stop health insurance marketplace. That marketplace opens on October 1st, and MNsure employees are working overtime to make sure people get enrolled.
We are very busy, but we're very excited. And our executive director recently said she can really see the sense of pride in the employees and the excitement because we're really writing the book for something brand new in the state of Minnesota, and that's something we don't take lightly.
More than 80 MNsure employees have literally been working around the clock from this office in downtown St. Paul for Tuesday's launch. The new health insurance marketplace aims to help more than 1 million Minnesotans who are uninsured or underinsured compare plans and choose the coverage that's right for them. Organizations such as Plymouth-based Small Business Minnesota is helping to get the word out to small business owners across the state.
MNsure itself is here to stay. We knew this 3 years ago, and now is time to get the word out and to let business owners have a chance to hear from experts and to have their questions answered about what exactly is it, what are some of the benefits, what are all these other parts of MNsure that they're hearing about, what does it mean to them, and most importantly, how does it affect their business?
Well, Small Business Minnesota's next MNsure Forum will take place at the Ridgedale Library on Monday night at 6 p.m., which is the eve before open enrollment begins. And Mike and Alex, these next few days, MNsure officials, they're sure that people are going to have a lot of questions, so they're encouraging people to call either their helpline or log on to their website, which is at mnsure.org.
There'll be a lot to learn. All right.
Indeed, yep.
Thank you. 2 local men are charged with a June murder of a man in New Hope. Damon Shufford of New Hope and Adea Townsend of Crystal are charged with multiple counts of murder and robbery. According to the criminal complaint, Shufford fired the shots to, quote, relieve stress. The victim, 59-year-old Kent Walker of Fridley, was found shot to death inside his car at the Crystal Tower Apartments. The complaint says police arrested the suspects after a traffic stop in St. Louis Park. During the stop, they confiscated a weapon that matched ballistic evidence from the crime scene.
You've probably heard the slogan, "I've fallen and I can't get up," while authorities say thieves are now using those life alert monitoring devices to scam seniors in Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park.
Well, apparently that's a prevalent one around here, that they'll call and they'll say, oh, somebody has bought a life alert for you and we would like to come in and schedule it and get it all hooked up for you. And then the scam is that they end up billing you and you don't realize that you're going to have to pay for this every month, and nobody's really giving you this. They're just trying to get their foot in the door.
Brooklyn United Methodist Church hosted a forum Thursday night on senior scams. Authorities say another common one involves callers pretending to be Microsoft tech support when actually they're only trying to gain access to the homeowner's computer. Victims of a scam should call local police.
There's some relief for drivers after months of summer road construction and backed up traffic on Interstate 694 in Brooklyn Center. All eastbound lanes are now open on 694 between Highway 100 in Brooklyn Center and 35W in Arden Hills. Eastbound ramps to 694 are also open after MnDOT crews work to repair crumbling concrete and replace bridge decks in the area. Work continues on westbound lanes of 694 between 35W and East River Road until mid-November. Well, now to 2 stories that show the best of students.
We start in Golden Valley, where students at one elementary school tied on the color teal. As Shannon Slatton reports, they're supporting a cause that hits close to home.
What is this, a bear? Yeah, bear.
Students went on safari outside of the School of Engineering and Arts on Friday.
A rainbow bear.
They recorded each animal's location in a scientific journal. The animals wore teal ribbons. Students wore teal too.
It's very personal to us here at school.
Tie at Teal Day is personal here because of this teacher, Carrie Casey, who put on teal and came to visit.
They've been great. from day one.
Doctors diagnosed Miss Casey with ovarian cancer last May.
We have tried to do as much as possible to support her.
One way teachers supported Miss Casey is by walking in her honor at the Ovarian Cancer Walk. Carrie's team was the largest team in the Twin Cities and got to lead off the walk a few weeks ago.
Oh, it was amazing.
Now Stephanie Cayla, a high school student who started It Teal at Cooper High, helped create a special day of activities at Miss Casey's school.
I hope kids learn that we all are a community. We all can support each other and are able to, help someone through a tough time.
Students here are too young to know much about Miss Casey's battle, but they are enthusiastic about showing support.
Our whole goal actually of our school is how can we help society to become better and what's our role, so it makes them think of empathy.
And the encouragement lifts up Miss Casey, who has one cancer treatment left.
All I was told was somebody wanted to do this, somebody wanted to do this. And so I don't know how many times I've had this conversation about how touched I am that they would want to do it here in my honor and, as a support of me when they don't even know me. It's really great.
In Golden Valley, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Ms. Casey goes for her last cancer treatment on Saturday, and she hopes to be back in the classroom teaching her first graders as soon as she can.
Well, over at Champlin Park High School, there's a student being called a hero. Liz Lindgren recently saved the life of a man involved in a motorcycle accident. And as reporter Sonia Goen shows us, she was able to help by doing something she learned in class.
We were driving to Winona where my sister's going to college, and it happened on Highway 61, just out of Red Wing.
Liz Lindgren is soft-spoken, but she didn't let her shyness prevent her from springing into action this summer to help the victim of a motorcycle accident.
And he hit the cement post, and he landed on the other side of the median.
Lindgren says she was scared.
We could tell that he wasn't breathing. He was showing no signs of life.
But she didn't think twice about helping him.
So he was laying on the ground just like this. So I just ran over there and just gonna put my hands together and then just started counting to the beat.
She learned CPR at Champlin Park last year. So she says the technique was still fresh in her mind.
Yep, and then you just kind of push and then.
She never thought she'd have to use CPR so soon.
I knew he needed help and stuff, but I didn't realize that I would actually get the opportunity to do it.
Last year, Governor Dayton signed a bill requiring students be taught CPR and AED training. And although the bill doesn't go into effect until next year, the Anoka-Hennepin District has already implemented the policy. State Senator Dan Hall was the chief author on the bill.
To me, it was like a very small thing with huge benefits. They predict that every year now we'll put out about 100,000 more people will know CPR.
It's a no-brainer that we teach it.
Corey Davis is a health teacher in the Anoka-Hennepin School District. He was the one who taught Lindgren CPR.
To see that she got the opportunity and that she learned those skills in my class is pretty validating, pretty rewarding.
Lindgren says she wouldn't hesitate to do it again.
I felt really amazing that I saved him.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Lindgren recently got a standing ovation during a school assembly for her heroic actions. Well, coming up, one of the first restaurants at the Shops at Arbor Lakes closes. Plus, it's double the fun with some drama and fall colors in Weekend Showcase.
Later in sports, find out where a Park Center basketball standout plans to play next year. But first, a mixed bag on tap for your AccuWeather forecast. Welcome back. One of the original tenants at Maple Grove's Shops at Arbor Lakes has closed its doors, but a locally owned bakery is moving into its spot. California Pizza Kitchen closed last Saturday, 10 years after it opened with the Shops at Arbor Lakes back in 2003. Shops management tells us the lease expired, but look for changes at that spot. Locally owned French bakery Patrick's plans to renovate the space and open up early next year. In Weekend Showcase, we have two events that are about as different as they come.
There's a fun way to get up close to nature as the seasons change, but first, a drama that mixes cultures from India and the West. It's a combination of Indian dance and drama.
Sorry means nothing to you.
The show is called Cocoon. A cocoon has the heart of a butterfly. It's an original script performed by the Modern Indian Dance Academy of Plymouth, and it has a universal message.
What we wanted to really communicate to the audience was to count your blessings.
The story is about how families handle challenges. They They use a Bollywood dance style which mixes traditional Indian classical music with contemporary Western dances.
Trying to fuse the two together with all the colorful aspect of the Bollywood dancing with the Western music, I think that is something that's going to be very unique with this play.
The show is a fundraiser for leukemia research and awareness for the American Cancer Society. It's held at Maple Grove Junior High Saturday night at 7 following a silent auction. Afterwards, dinner is served and tickets are $25 at the door.
Over here we have a maple, sugar maple, that is turning color very nicely, getting its orange color.
The leaves are beginning to change, and you can get a front row seat for this annual show at the Eastman Nature Center for the next 2 weekends. The Three Rivers Park District is conducting tram rides, a popular event that often sells out.
The fact that they can just sit on the tram and go through the park and see the fall colors, so you can bring the grandparents and you can bring some young children and be together and not walking a trail if you're not as able to walk very far.
It's still early in the season, which means some trees are just starting to turn colors. Others are already bright red.
The sumac is about peak, actually. This weekend, yeah, a little bit of the maples are starting to show their orange or their red colors.
The cost is $5, and if you go, it's best to call ahead for reservations. That number is 763-559-6700. And if you go tomorrow, let's hope the weather holds.
That's right.
Right. Coming up, Plymouth goes on parade, and fans of Breaking Bad are in for a treat.
But first in sports, it's a good night on the soccer field for Park Center. John Jacobson is up next.
We start with a big decision by a highly recruited local basketball player.
And her decision, there was a few alums here a little bit partial to that
you
choice.
like that, right? It was a big decision. One she wanted to get done kind of out of the way, and just made up her mind within the last couple of days. One of the state's top girls basketball recruits from the class of 2014 is Park Center High School senior Cayla McMorris. The Pirates' leading scorer the past 2 seasons. Cayla told us this afternoon of her college choice.
Well, I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I chose that college because it just felt like home. I had a major connection with the coaches and the players, and it's not too far from home either. So that's a major plus to why I picked that school.
Tell me about some of the other schools that you visited and gave serious consideration to.
Well, I was looking at Illinois, Michigan, Colorado, and Iowa, University of Iowa. And I gave consideration to those schools because I really connected with the coaches too, and they also weren't too far from home. And I really liked their style of play and everything.
Big Ten basketball, how important was that for you to try to play in a major conference and one that you grew up in Big Ten country?
It was really major to me because I want my family to be able to see me and attend those games since they're not too far. And the Big Ten is really a competitive conference.
You've got a couple of months until your high school season starts. Did you want to get this decision kind of out of the way and concentrate on getting ready for your senior year at Park Center?
Definitely, because it's a huge weight off my shoulders. I don't have to answer so many calls from coaches. Now that I just picked my one college, it's just a few coaches calling me, not even like every day now. So it's way easier. And now I can just focus on the season and getting to the state championship.
And finally, you talked about the coaches. What else did you like about Wisconsin and the campus?
The city. It really resembles Minneapolis to me, so that's what made it, to me, feel like home.
Chris Vanderhyde is the new girls basketball coach for Cayla and her Park Center teammates. Their season opener is December 2nd at St. Paul Como Park. In volleyball, Osseo is putting together quite a season. The Orioles had little trouble with their Northwest Suburban Conference foe Thursday night. Osseo hosting Elk River in Game 1. Megan Pekarik with the quick set to Jackie Jones, who delivers a big kill for Osseo. Then Hannah Pekarik's hit catches the back line for another Osseo point. The Orioles win the first game 25-12. Game 2 back set to Shia Sanders. Leads to a kill for her. And then on game point, Hannah Pekarik's block gives Osseo a 25-15 win. Game 3, Megan Pekarik floats the long set to Jones. She hammers it as Osseo builds a 13-2 lead. It's child's play, you could say, for Osseo on this night. Nice dig. Hannah Pekarik, Jones, another big kill. Osseo wins 25-11 for the sweep. The Orioles are now 14-0. In boys soccer, the Park Center Pirates had lost 6 of their past 7 matches coming into Thursday, and the Pirates hope they can reverse that trend, starting with their Thursday matchup against Andover. The Huskies almost get a goal here, but Park Center's number 17, Fuad Tahir, somehow clears the ball away before it can cross the goal line, and the match remains scoreless. Good scoring chance here for the Pirates. Percy Callender's shot carrying off the goalpost, still 0-0 in the second half. But it changes here. Sam Moses, nice pass. Callen puts this one away, and Park Center takes a 1-0 lead. Park Center goalie Brenton Brackey dives to make a big save late in the match. Deserves the shutout. Good stop by the freshman. Park Center beats Andover 2-0. The Pirates girls also won, beating Andover 3-0. And that's a look at sports. Busy night of football. A lot of homecomings here on this Friday night. It'll be a decent night. Might need a little rain jacket or something.
That's true. All right, thanks, John. Up next, find out who's cooking up a little Breaking Bad humor.
We'll show you a couple of concoctions specially made for the series finale.
Saturday features the last parade of the year, the 16th annual Plymouth on Parade. The parade starts at 11:30 and it runs down Plymouth Boulevard from 34th to 37th Avenues. But the weather is questionable with rain in the forecast. There is a weather line that you can call for updates after 7 a.m. That number is 763-509-5205, and Channel 12 is streaming the parade live on 12.tv.
Well, Saturday also happens to be for the dogs. The first ever Woofstock takes place in Maple Grove at Arbor Lakes and the shops at Arbor Lakes. The event helps raise money for the Good Karma Animal Rescue Group. The event runs from 10 until 2. It includes music, including the sounds of Lennon and McCartney. It's also doggy art and a dog food tasting. Isn't the only big event on Sunday.
That's right. If you're a fan of the popular AMC show Breaking Bad, Sunday is the series finale. Maple Grove's Nadia Cakes is on board with 2 Breaking Bad-inspired cupcakes that they're bringing back for Sunday only. The Heisenberg and the Bacon Bad have been popular in the past, and they expect to sell about 1,000 for the series finale. In fact, they already have about 150 pre-orders for the Heisenberg. That's a blue vanilla cupcake with marshmallow cream, rock candy, and a little dose of inside humor.
If you watch the show, you definitely appreciate the humor of the content of the cupcake and some of the verbiage we use in describing it. And if you don't watch the show, then it's a Smurf cupcake with raspberry rock candy on it. So, you know, you could tell your kids whatever you want to tell them.
And that does it for us.